Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast of Bastion. How you guys doing? Well, I was kind of going through the bait rack today, and I found a bait that I know I talked about that I couldn't find, and I found them. And the bait I'm talking about is the Reaction Innovations, the Skinny Dipper swim bait. That's 5 inch, and that's all I have is a 5 inch. I don't have a ton of them, but it's kind of a bait I don't really hear people talk about anymore. And I just have kind of one here. This is that dirty Sanchez color. That green pumpkin, and that like chartreuse. That's just on an underspin. We'll talk about rigging at the end here, but it's just a 5 inch swim bait. They have the bigger size, they have the smaller size, but I only have the 5 inch size, and quite frankly, um, I don't really hear people talk about it anymore. And when I first got these, I threw them as a swim bait a little bit, but really, I think I used them more and maybe more effectively. I used to just flip and pitch these. Um, They always seem to work very well. That one's got a little bit of a kink tail. Um, they always seem to work pretty good flipping and pitching them into cover because, as you can see, it's a pretty streamlined bait, and that would go right through the weeds. And this tail flapping, I think, really, got me some good bites. So I've got like 5 colors here, so it's not going to be a super long video. Um, this is that Dirty Sanchez color. I have it on a Wicked Weights underspin, and that's a good way to throw it if you want to throw it as a traditional swim bait. Green pumpkin on top, that chartreuse pepper on the bottom. Really good color in the their bait line. They do this color in a lot of different baits, but that's a good one. I have just the white trash, just a pearl bait. I always love the names of the Reaction Innovation baits. I always get a kick out of them. But if you want just a white swim bait, which you can't go wrong with, white trash is a good color. Let's see, this one is Houdini, which is one I really like. And I haven't even I haven't even looked at this bait really online in a few years. And there are a few colors that I saw online. I think on Teca Warehouse I got like 32 colors, another 20 some odd on Land Big Fish. So there's some colors I saw there that I would definitely like to try. That Houdini color is one I really like. With that, I guess it's kind of like a pumpkin, I guess. It's got that white belly. It's not really a pumpkin. I don't know what you would even call that. Got some red flake in there, black flake. Nice color. Houdini. And they come in a 7-pack. I think when they were $6 or something. $6.59 on Land Big Fish. I don't know if the price is different on Tackle Warehouse. $6.25, so they're a little cheaper on Tackle Warehouse. Let's see, these other colors, Money Shot and Violet. Whether these colors are all still on their lineup, I don't know. These are older, obviously. I would assume most of them are still around. But I couldn't find these. I didn't know where these were. And then there was another, like on that rack behind there was a bunch of baits, and then behind them is where they were. I was like, oh, there they are. I thought I, had given them away or used them up, or didn't know where they were. Had them packed away somewhere. But that is, what was that again? Money Shot Violet. It's a pretty cool color. It's like a clear plastic, same plastic color all the way through. Looks like some blue, some green, some black flake in there. I don't know if I've thrown that one. Oh, I definitely have thrown that one because I've got the nose chopped off, so I definitely used it at some point. And last but not least, so for me, it's amazing that I don't have a ton of colors, since I always have a ton of colors and everything. Had to get Sexy Shad. That's always a neat color to throw. There's that traditional Sexy Shad color. You've got that light blue with the green with the like whitish belly, little chartreuse green in there. It's always a good color. But really, guys, I threw this a lot. I used to just Texas rig that on an EWG hook. This is a 4-aught. You could probably get away with a 5. I think 4 is probably enough, though. I used to do really well flipping and pitching these into the weeds. Just Texas rig it. And you can, and it's a pretty heavy plastic. You can do it weightless. I usually put like a small weight on there, maybe a quarter, 3/8 if the weeds are really thick. And this just goes right through the weeds, and you get that little tail action. If you haven't tried it as a flipping and pitching bait, give it a try. It's a tough plastic. It works well. Could probably do a little better job of rigging that. A little tight. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Has a nice little channel here on top, so you can bury your hook. You could even skin hook it if you want, or just lay it along the top there. That's just with a 4/0. I'm sure you could get away with a 5/0. That might be overkill. I think a 4/0 is probably better. I do prefer the EWG. Some of you guys might like those flipping hooks. I prefer an EWG. To each his own, whatever you guys like better. But flipping and pitching it works great. When I throw it as a swim bait, I tend to use it on an underspin. I just think that I like that added flash to it. They come up and chomp it and get a good hook set. Like I said, you can just leave that. You can kind of leave that hook just sitting there, or you could skin hook it like that. That's really the ways. Since it's a 5-inch bait, I haven't really thrown this on like a swim bait hook jig head. If you guys have some rigging options you like, let me know and everybody else know in the comments how you like to do it. But for me, I've used it more this way. So if you like to flip and pitch weeds or around docks or boats or whatever's there, this is a good option. It's a good option, and I think it's underutilized. People don't think of, I'm not going to flip and pitch a swim bait. This one in particular works very well. Works very well. You got pads, flip it and pitch it in between the pads, and it is, try it weightless. Try it weightless because it is, it's a pretty heavy bait. So try it weightless. See how you like that. You can always add a little bit of weight to it, but around the pads, into the weeds, around the weed lines, the docks, the floating docks, pontoon boats, all any cover you see, chuck this around, and you'd be surprised how well it works as a flipping and pitching bait. But that is the 5-inch skinny dipper. Oh, that's the wrong bag. The 5-inch skinny dipper. I know that this labels are all old and torn up, but the 5-inch skinny dipper from Reaction Innovation, it's a good bait. I'm glad I found them. I thought they were gone. I looked and looked, and then all of a sudden there they were. So that's it. That's the sexy shad color. And there's, lots of other colors you can choose from. I did see some that I definitely want to try now that I've, kind of got the bait back in top of my mind here. So as if we have some good Christmas sales on the sites, I might grab a few bags because I used to catch some nice fish with these, and I've just gotten away from it. Like, there's so many baits, we use other things, we get away from them. But this is a good one. This is a good one, and I don't really hear people talk about it. So if you are looking for another swim bait option for either an underspin, like I said, there's that Wicked Weights underspin, excellent option for you. However you like to rig it, you could probably just put this on your regular swim bait head, whether you like just a screw head type one or whatever one you like to use. That would work great. I don't really do it that way. I use this more as a flipping and pitching bait or on an underspin. But that's it, guys. One of the few videos where I don't have 900 colors to show you. But if I get some new ones, I'll show them to you. There's that one. Tail's a little, he's been in the bag a long time. Tail's a little wobbly there. Leave that out in the sun a little bit when it comes time to fish. If I'm flipping and pitching it, I don't really care. It's not really, I'm not throwing it as a swim bait. But, 5 good colors. Let's see. The 5-inch size, Land Big Fish. It's a 7-pack for $6.25 on Tackle Warehouse. 32 colors. I thought it said 32 colors. Let's see. I'll double check for you. Then they have the 7-inch size. I think there's a 3.5, whatever it is size. So check it out, guys. I'll put links to it in the description. I'll put a link to this underspin, this Wicked Weights underspin. I have my discount code. You can save money on these from Wicked Weights. I just like, I always use a red hook. I just started doing it, and I do it all the time. So I use a red hook quite a bit. I like the EWG for this. If you guys like your regular flipping hooks, that's fine too. I just prefer that. That's just a Gamakatsu. So really, however you like to rig it, give it a try. Try it out. It's a 5-inch bait. You could probably throw it on the back of a swim jig if you wanted to, too. I've not done that, but you could probably do it. It's very versatile, those swim baits. You can do pretty much anything you want. Put it on a football head and drag the bottom with it. So if you guys have any other good rigging options for that skinny dipper, let me know. That's it. The Reaction Innovation Skinny Dipper. Don't forget about it. It's still out there going strong. Lots of colors to choose from. And there's just a few for you guys to see. All right. So thanks for watching. Oh, I need a drink. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video. If you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe. See you soon on YouTube. Mark out.